As a football manager, you must realise the pressure that you get. Everybody talks about the pressure. How do you deal with that? And are you under more pressure now, for instance, than you were when you first arrived?
What your question was there, the answer's in there as well. Everybody deals with pressure in different ways, and everybody can handle pressure in different ways.
How do you deal with it?
Yeah, exactly. I deal with it in a way that I see as a challenge. I see as a challenge. I see that this is, if you know where my background is, and you know where I come from, you know how my career went, this is another challenge, as simple as that. Like it was a challenge to come to the football club. I look forward to challenges. Sometimes they're in difficult moments, sometimes the challenges to get into the playoffs, you've got to look forward to them. So I don't really see where the pressure comes in. I see it as a challenge, and this is life, and sometimes you get more out of these challenges than you ever do one in any football match. Got a challenge out of this week. What am I going to do? Am I going to sit down and lie down and forget about it, or am I going to stand up and be strong? I'm going to stand up and be strong, Jack. I'm going to make sure the players understand exactly the position we're in. We don't like the position we're in. Nobody likes to be in this position. Nobody wants to be in this position. We don't even see ourselves being in this position, but we're in it. And what we're going to do about it, and we're certainly working towards that.
You're clearly a man with a plan. Have you got several plans, or are you the type of person to think, oh, I've got a plan, this is what we're going to do, we're going to stick to the routine? Do we have to alter it? Do you have to tweak it?
Well, I think in football you've got to have a couple of plans, Jack. I think you've seen that from on the field, because you've got to understand what managers, other managers do, and how they adapt to playing against Bolton, how they come to the Reeboks. You've got to have a couple of different plans. You've got to use your substitutes right. But I'd like to think we've got a plan, a longer term plan, a short term plan. The longer term plan is not the right time to talk about it. It's about short term plan right now and what we do. I don't believe we're far off it. Right or wrong, that's what I believe. You're asking me a question. I don't believe we're far off it. If any Bolton fans have seen us playing, we're not far off it at all. We've made some individual mistakes that's costing us dearly. It seems to think right now, every time we make a mistake, it costs us the match, not a goal, the match. So therefore we need to cut that out of our game, and we need to not blame anybody. We've got to make sure we play scenario, and when certain times of the match are there, we need to play in a certain way to make sure it gives us confidence. That's what we're working towards.
The picture hopefully will, and could certainly change, because you've got Bournemouth and then you've got Burnley next Tuesday. I mean, football being the game it is, 2 wins, it's not quite hunky-dory, but it does, going back to that original word, it does relieve that pressure on everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Jack, pressure, that's a word that you use, pressure. It's a challenge. I don't, pressure, many people look at pressure in different ways, and it affects people. If you're asking me the questions, it's a challenge to the group of players that we've got Burnley at home, and we've got a local derby, and we've got Bournemouth at home. It's a huge challenge. Of course we want to win the match. Of course we want to get 6 points. We'll try our very best to do that. But it's a challenge that we feel that we are up for the fight, that we feel we've got enough in us to win the matches, that we feel we're playing well right now. Jack, if we weren't playing well, I would be telling you the truth where we are. We've got to get a couple of players in, we've got to do this. We're playing well, we're creating opportunities. Small individual mistakes are hurting us so dearly right now. So you're right what you're saying, a couple of wins, if you have a fantastic week, all of a sudden you're looking at different questions you're answering. I'll try to make a very honest answers, give you honest answers to the questions you're asking me, because I know they'll get to the Bolton fans, and that's what I want them to hear.
Do you think it could just be a case of maybe getting 1 win and then it'll click and you'll be away?
Getting the first goal is a big thing, I think, as well. I think if we can get the first goal, we've got unfortunately a tendency at the Reebok where we've been on top of matches and not get the goal, and we've been sucker punched or a mistake, and that's knocked us back 20 minutes to get going again. So I think, of course, the first one, of course, but I think if we break that down, the first goal would be nice. I think if we can stay on top of teams, make no mistakes and get the first goal, you'll soon see these players playing with a little bit more freedom and not as tense. That could help a lot.
How are you looking fitness-wise for tomorrow?
Jermaine Beckford still misses. He still misses. He was unfortunate not to make this weekend, so he's going to be re-scanned next week and we'll see where we are. Apart from that, David Wheater's back in the squad. He's back. He trained with us this week. He's good to go, so he'll be back in the squad, and then that's as always fit from there.